Now, chapter 2 of Outliers introduces us to what is called a 10,000 hour rule, which says in order to be an expert at any field, you need to at least, at minimum, do a 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. Now, Gladwell's point here is that one, putting in 10,000 hours of deliberate practice is a requires a lot of willpower. However, it also requires a conducive environment which is rich in opportunity and support. Now, Gladwell gives an example of Bill Joy, who is one of the founding fathers of Sun Microsystems and a prominent figure in computer science. During the time Bill Joy spent in the University of Michigan, there was a revolution that had taken place in the computer science world, where the computer scripting was moved from pinhole cards approach to a real time sharing approach. It essentially meant that if you had to and script a computer earlier, you have to had a pinhole card, give that card to the operator. That operator put that card into the computer, and then computer gave the feedback of the particular program and ran that program. So this way, the programming was tedious. Took a lot of time. The feedback was delayed. But now with the real-time approach, it became 100 times easier. You can just real-time code anything and get the feedback. And University of Michigan was one of the very few first universities to adopt this framework, which meant for Bill Joy he can now put immense number of hours coding and programming. And that is where he racked up a lot of these programming number of hours. Now yet another example is a Bill Gates who, when he was in 7th standard, his parents enrolled him in a school called Lakeside. And Lakeside was one of the very few schools in perhaps the whole world which had a mainframe computer of its own. It was named ASR-33. It has time sharing terminal. That means that Bill Gates now had an excellent opportunity to learn programming on a time sharing based system. Also, the world famous band Beatles, before fame found them, they were invited to Germany, Hamburg, where week after week, every day they played for 8 to 9 hours, amassing astonishing amount of practice that refined their musical prowess. This relentless schedule was crucial to their success later. Now, Gladwell's point is clear here that exceptional talents requires 10,000 hours of deliberate practice, but that practice, in order to do, one requires a conducive environment and right support.